think you people in the Tea Party are in the same boat. Because if you watch what they say about you in the news, I was scared to death to come and talk to you. And I'm sorry to say, my scare was true. Because I didn't expect this treatment. But whatever. What they say about the Tea Party would make you feel in the same place I feel now. Because I know Jill, I don't know Jill, but I met Jill, I met Dan, I met some of the few people here that are very, very decent people, and a lot of you, I'm sure, are the same. And I don't think they belong to the image that is represented by the Tea Party in Fox News and on CNN, maybe is better.
But I think everybody's very respectful to you. We're just questioning,
That's
and we want to know where the Muslim community is. Like, we watched Patterson, New Jersey, they were cheering in the street. As our buildings fell.
And then they said it was a birthday party.
These were videos that were taken from many years before in Israel.
And they turned out
and look, no.
Those movies that you're talking about, people in Patterson,
turned out weren't true. And go and do your research. They were not true. They didn't happen.
They were Patterson and
That's right.
If somebody did that, and I totally believe you, shame on them. They don't belong to the Muslim religion. They violate the basic principle.
But there are some. See, that's disturbing because you're right. We get news reports that we have American terrorists that are being taught in American mosques.
That's not.
I think that a lot of this is a function of the media. I think we always hear the bad news, and we rarely hear about the good news. I don't think anybody on CNN or in Fox or any of these stations is going to come over here and see us trying and struggling, and you guys struggling to understand us, and we're struggling to understand you, and we're struggling to be understood. But let me tell you something. All the major mainstream Muslim communities did condemn 9/11. And not only that, I was personally involved in a progressive Muslim movement where we said, what is going on here? We are fighting to reform the religion from within. There is a lot of struggle and within our own community. Let's talk about the mosque, the center in New York. Guess what? There's a diversity of opinion. Muslims are people like everybody else. There are people who think it's a terrible idea. There are people who are terribly confused. There are people who think it's a good idea, right? But the point is that there is a wide variety of opinions within the Muslim community, and we are debating it and we are struggling with it. There are people who say, this is not right, it's insensitive, they shouldn't do it. There are people who are saying, look, as Americans, we believe in the Constitution, and we believe it's our right to do it. There are people who say, yes, it's your right to do it, but it's not a very smart or sensitive thing to do, right? Do you ever hear about this wide scope of opinion and debates that are going on within our community? Honestly, tell me honestly. I'm asking you guys honestly. Have you heard that? Well, yes.
And we want to hear about it. Yeah, we want to hear about it because then you're standing shoulder to shoulder with Americans. But you see, there was no question about it.
Oh, they are American.
We are American.
No, all Americans say it together. I know. But I'm trying to say, but you see, there was no discussion. Now, you said the freedom and the Constitution. Now, this sick pastor, and they say he's sick.
Who says he's sick?
Who
says he's sick?
I say he's sick. If you burn up the Quran, he's
How
going
do
to
you
do
know?
that.
Oh, the pastor.
Yeah, now he's going to do that. He's sick to do a holy book. That's something I couldn't do. But you said the Constitution. That's jerk. That's his jerk's right.
I didn't say it's not.
No, but you said it wasn't, sir. And I'm saying something. I agree with you, but he's right. He can do it in this country. You know,
he can do it. Is that the best we can do, though?
No, that's not the best.
If we're talking about insensitivity for building a mosque next to
That is
9/11, for building a mosque next to
That is
9/11, you tell me that burning the Quran is
not.
Well, if you build that mosque, you don't think the sickos are going to come out of the woodwork? It's going to hurt both our communities? You don't think if you people and us together stand there and say, no, this is insensitive. There's 100 mosques in New York. This is where these people
die.
die.
By the way, it's a misconception. It's not a mosque.
pray in there. Please, it's a wrong spot. You have no sensitivity then.
No.
Just like that pastor has no sensitivity towards your holy book.
You know, it's not a mosque, though. It's not.
Don't play semantics. Don't play semantics. It's not fair. We've been respectful.
There's such a struggle for all of us to get away from this friction with each other, okay? And let's face it, what happened in 9/11 is a very deep wound in many Americans, okay? Of all kinds. Nobody wants to see that done in the name of anything. And strip whether it was Islam
But
or
I
not.
really have to interrupt you. You have to stop saying it was done or implied it was done by the name of Islam. Because it was not. Even the people, even the people,
I just,
no.
but
I have
It was
to
screaming
know.
Allah Akbar.
I heard from the cop,
That is a person saying something. Even the people that did them, which they are all dead now, never claimed they did it by the name of the Muslim.
I'm sorry,
So
I have to,
you made your
excuse
sign,
me, sir.
Allah Akbar, you go
Excuse
through.
me, sir, I have to interrupt. I just listened the other night to the tapes from the cockpit of the plane that went down. As the pilot screamed, Allah is great. Now, don't get me wrong. They did it in the name of Allah. I'm not saying all of you are responsible because he claimed it in the name of your religion. But unfortunately, there are people out there using your religion that way.
Yes.
So, we have a very important mending process that has to go on. Because, yeah, we had the Crusades years ago, but most of us haven't experienced it. And there was a mending process of that, when Christians were terrible that way. Let me just finish this. No, but let me just say this. When it comes to that mosque in New York City, everybody keeps saying it's to build a better feeling. There are people who lost people there, okay?
So
It's a
Well,
graveyard.
wait, I know that,
Everybody.
but in the name of it, there are a lot of things I don't do for sensitivity reasons. The Constitution of the United States, unfortunately, in my view, allows some very extreme behavior to be legal in this country with sensitivity.
I hate to cut you off, but they have a lot of questions.
I just want to say this.
And we really want to try to make
I
sure that
just feel
everyone's
that that would be a
questions are.
great message
I think she's had a question for a long
to
time.
not do
I
it.
just have
But
one simple
you all
question.
agree on mosque.
If the moderate Muslims really want peace, why wouldn't they say, we should all really move that building, move the mosque, build it somewhere else? I don't believe that the moderate Muslims, they're not standing up, they're not saying anything.
Yeah.
And you're telling us directly that there is different views on it.
There are different views.
Even
Right,
within the
but
Muslim.
if you
Can I
want to
explain
build this
something
better
to you?
relationship.
Can I explain something to you?
Can I, this is truly what you want,
Because
and you know this is one thing that has hurt America a lot. And a lot of people, that's a graveyard up there. It still remains there. Why wouldn't they say, we shouldn't be doing this? We want to build better relations. Well, you're not.
No, they
And it's
smile.
not going to be.
And it may, the verdict is not in. It may
Excuse
not.
me?
If
So
the verdict
let's
is not in,